Hello, I'm Lydia and welcome to my gymnastics video. Today we're going to be working through how to warm up for your handstands, working through the essential mobility drills and making sure that you're strong in the abs as well as the legs to help with that kick up. I hope you enjoy. So we're going to begin today by coming round onto all fours, and we want to make sure that the wrists are nicely warmed up, so making sure the arms are straight, spread the fingertips because you will be lengthening out each finger and gripping into the floor when you are in your handstand. And we're just going to gently rock the shoulders over the wrists. So just see how that feels. Rocking forwards and back. Notice the weight come into the fingertips. Let's work through 10 more of these. And from here, bringing the hands now to face out. So rocking left to right. Again, bringing weight into one hand, feeling the weight go into the fingertips as you bring the shoulder over the wrist. And then from here, just bring the fingers round about halfway. Just see how far you can go, gently rocking back. Really good. From here, slowly return the hands. So we're going to stretch out each knuckle now, just flexing through one knuckle at a time, one finger. You can either do that or come here if you prefer, getting a nice stretch. And then interlocking your hands, let's push the hands away and get a stretch through the fingers as well as the wrists. Tuck the chin. And then on your next exhale, let's bring the arms above the head. So they're now in line with the shoulders. We're going to work through 10 circles in one direction. Feeling the shoulders wake up now. Nine, 10, and change direction. See how this feels. Keep and lengthen the spine. And then from here, let's give the arms a little shake. Working through some head rolls. Bringing the head round in one direction. And back the other way. Really good. So we've worked on mobilizing this part of the arm. We're now going to do the opposite. So these muscles become tight when you overwork your handstands or press ups or in day-to-day life. So we're going to bring the palm to face up and see how this feels through your forearm. You can either stay here and gently rock it back. We can do one hand at a time. Or if this feels uncomfortable or maybe there's too much weight in this movement, you can bring the hips back and stretch out the hand this way. Just feeling some length in that forearm muscle. And then gently come on back to all fours. So the last one is stretching off. We've done the forearm, stretching off the muscles in the back of the hand. So we're going to start with fingers straight. Bend into the elbows. The back of the fingers are touching. Bend the elbows. Exhale as you extend the elbows. Let's work through 10 of these. And you can either repeat 10 more or bend into the fingers, create knuckles, back of the fingers still touching, and 10 more of these. So it's a little bit deeper now. Should really feel the back of the hands getting nice and warm and stretched. Good work. and then slowly release. So we're going to move up the body now into the shoulders, getting the shoulders warm for your handstands. So spreading the fingers, the arms are nice and straight. We're going to start with retract, protract. So shoulder blades come together, shoulder blades come away. We're going to actually keep the spine neutral, so it's not a cat-cow. Just retract, protract. See how that movement feels for you. Keeping the head in line with the spine. Shoulder blades come together, shoulder blades away. Imagine you're squeezing a piece of paper with your shoulder blades. Let's do 3 more. And keeping the arms straight, push up through the fingertips. So we're protracting. Avoid retracting here. Shoulders now come up towards the ears and down the back. So we're shrugging. This is called elevation and depression. Shoulders towards the ears, away from the ears. This movement's really important in your handstands. Let's work through 5 more. And gently bring the hips back. Stretch out the arms now in your child pose. Just see how it feels to have the arms above the head today. Walk the hands away from you and just take a few deep breaths, getting a nice stretch in the back of the body. Rocking the hips maybe side to side. If it does feel tight bringing the hands overhead, you can start to walk the hands left to right. Really focus on one side at a time. This helps lengthen your lats, and if you do struggle with closed shoulders, you want to make sure your lats are nice and mobile. So just rocking it side to side. If you want to go a little bit deeper, you can come up onto the fingertips, see how that feels. Really good. So bringing the body back up now. So we'll still work with the shoulders. I just want you to see how it feels to protract. We just did it here. Protract. Elevate and depress, that shrugging movement we did. Elevate, depress, we did it like this. Elevate, depress. We're now going to do it with the arms above the head. So just see how it feels, sitting down. Avoid arching, we will move down the body in a second, but just for this exercise as well, make sure you've got a nice neutral spine, core engaged. Reach the arms above the head, so the hands are in line with the spine. Avoid flaring the ribs. Keeping the hands above the head, let's slowly push the shoulders towards the ears, find that shrug, and bring the shoulders away from the ears, depressed. Elevate, shrug, and depress. Let's work through 10 of these. Trying to keep the core engaged. Good work. Let's do 3 more, keeping the head in line with the spine. On your last one, we're going to push up and hold for 10 seconds. Hands in line with the shoulders, elevate, shoulders towards the ears, shrug. Keep it there. Try and pull the lower ribs in. And now we're going to try and look at your hands, nice and slowly. Look up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly relax. Give the head a little roll if you need to. And that's where you need to be with your full body weight in the shoulders, in that elevated position. Okay, so we've worked through the wrists. Your full body weight will be going through your wrists in your handstand, so the wrists need to be strong and mobile. The next part, the shoulders, they need to be very stable for your full body to be held there in your handstand. So working down the body now, like I said, in that position, you want to make sure the lower ribs are tucked and also the glutes are engaged. So in your handstand, if I just show you stood up, this is a stood up handstand, say, and you've got, this is called hip extension. You've got nice open hips. That means the glutes are engaged, the core's engaged. And this is called a posterior tilt. Okay, you're not like this. You're tucking under, squeezing the glutes, keeping a neutral spine. And this gets a nice pencil handstand, avoiding that banana shape. We will go through technique in another video. I can never help but work and focus on technique in everything that I do. So bear with me, we're still going through the warm-up. So let's warm up the core muscles then, finding that posterior tilt. So we'll start off in a nice high plank position, and I want you to protract with the shoulders like we did before. So pushing up, the shoulder blades come away, tuck the toes, lift the knees off of the mat, and you're in your high plank shape. We're going to hold it here for 30 seconds. I want you to try and engage the glutes here also, see how that feels. And as always, in your handstand, you want the shoulders over the wrists. So you want some weight in the fingertips. See how that feels here. Now you should be feeling the core muscles start to wake up. If you feel it in your lower back, just stop. We've got 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Lower the knees and bring the hips back into your child pose. Rock it side to side. Have a little rest here. Really nice. So if that felt hard, a handstand for 30 seconds is definitely going to be hard. We're now going to warm up the hips. So we engage the core muscles. We got the feeling of that posterior tilt with a bit of body weight behind it. Now we're going to engage the glutes and open up the hips for that hip extension. So the right leg comes forwards. Make sure that back knee is comfortable on the floor. Add a cushion if you need to. Hands come either side of this front foot. And we're just going to rock it forwards and back. Mobilizing the ankles, knees and hips. So we're working down the body now. Let's work through 10 of these. As you rock it back, you can keep that front knee soft. That's absolutely fine. Maybe lift the toes towards you as well and get a nice stretch in the calf muscles. Let's do 3 more. Being flexible for a handstand definitely helps with that kick up. You need mobile hamstrings. It's very hard to get the hips up if you can't lift the legs straight and things. From here, tuck the back toes, find a high lunge, hands are either side, lengthen the spine, lift the hips and lower. Let's work through another 10. This is more active now. You should be feeling nice and warm. Good work. So from here, let's try and shoot this front foot back into your high plank. Another 30 seconds hold. Again, push the shoulders away from the ears. Tuck the tailbone. Feel the shoulders go over the wrists, so there's some weight in your fingertips. And feel those core muscles really work now. Keep holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the knees. Get ready for the left side. Left foot comes forwards. Let's rock it forwards and back. Low lunge. See how this feels for you. One side's always going to be a bit tighter or looser. Just work with it. Slow it down or do a few more if you need to. Nice, and when you're ready, tuck the back toes, find that high lunge, and again, rocking it forwards and back. Good work. So from here again, let's shoot the front foot back. We're going to find your high plank. This time we're going to work extended plank, so the hands come forwards over the head. Okay, try and walk out as far as you can, keeping a posterior tilt. Walk the hands back in if you lose your form, and this now is becoming more like a handstand. Squeeze your glutes. Try and push the shoulders towards the ears here. So we're doing the opposite as a high plank. We're really shrugging. Keep holding. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the knees and slowly come on out. So the more vertical the arms are, the harder it is, or the not necessarily weaker, but the pec muscles, and when you're here, you're a lot stronger in that position. So when you lift up the arms, normally it feels a lot harder, okay? So it's just building that overhead strength. So rather than doing a high plank, walking the hands out, you're just building that same strength you need for a handstand. Okay, so we've opened up the hips now. Now we want to engage the glutes. So we did engage the core muscles in your planks, but we're really going to wake up the glutes now. So this is the same as when you're in a handstand. We're looking for that hip extension. Keep the core muscles engaged. If you have a block, you can pop it on the lower back. Hands in line with the shoulders, knees in line with the hips. And we're going to lift your right leg. The right foot comes in line with the right hip. The hip stays square. You want to feel that right glute engage. Squeeze. This is your leg extension. Hip extension. This is where you're going to be in your handstand, not a banana. Don't arch into that lower back. Tuck the tailbone. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower. Same on the other side. Lift and hold. Feel that tension. That left glute is engaging. The front of the hip is lengthening. That's why you need mobile hips. The cores are engaged. Push up through the fingertips. Head in line with the spine. 3, 2, 1, and lower. We're now going to repeat, but reach out the opposite arm. 3, 2, 1. Back to that right side. Lift and lengthen. Let's reach out with your left arm and hold. So you might notice it's a lot of holds, not repetitions, because when you're in your handstand, you're holding. Hands in line with the shoulder, foot in line with the hip. For 3, 2, 1. Other side. Left foot extends, nice and strong in the abs. Reaching up with that right arm. Head in line with the spine. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower. Bring the hips back into your child pose and have a little breather. Should be nice and warm now, ready for your handstand. We're going to work through a few crawls, and these crawls are brilliant. Like we used to do them in gymnastics all the time. They're called lines. And if you don't have much space at home, you just do a few more up and back. Okay, so same as what I'll be doing. So we're getting weight now. We've just been stretching out. We're getting weight now through the joints. So especially in the wrists, which you'll need strong wrists, and you need them nice and warm before you go into a handstand. So we're going to start off with a bear crawl. With the shoulders, you're not here. You're pushing up, protract. Knees come just off the mat. Neutral spine. We're not swinging about. Left hand, right foot, all the way up. This is called a bear crawl. Let's go. We're going to work for 30 seconds. Keep it moving. Try and walk backwards if you can. And this is good for your handstand walking as well. It gets that one arm strength, stabilizations in the shoulders going. Keep it going for 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Shake out the arms. So exercise 2 to warm up the upper body. These are the same opposite arm to leg. These are called gorilla walks. And like we did in your warm-up just now, you want to make sure that you're shrugging. Okay, you're never here. Be like a handstand. Hands in line with the shoulders. The more mobile you are, the closer you'll be able to go with the feet. Hips are high, so it's more like a handstand. You're getting more weight in the shoulders now. And you're vertical rather than horizontal like your bear crawl. Let's go. So opposite hand, opposite foot. Hips nice and high. 30 seconds work. Try and walk backwards. If you need to turn around, turn around. Nice. So you're halfway. Keep pushing up through the shoulders. Three, 2, 1, and rest. Shake out the arms. Got a few more exercises and then you'll be ready to go up into your handstands. So exercise 3, we're now moving 2 hands, 2 feet together, okay? So the hands move first, then the feet join, rather than one at a time. So hands in front of the shoulders again, you're protracting and elevating, okay? So the shoulders are up towards the ears. Looking between the hands, the fingers are like monkey grip. You're really gripping into the floor. Transfer all the way into that upper body and then hover the feet in. Let's go. Should feel your core muscles engage. Lift the hips as high as you can and there's no rush. Turn around and go back when you get to the top. As you can tell, you need quite flexible hamstrings to get those hips high. And rest there once you're done. Good work. Give your arms a little shake, have a drink if you need to, and then we're just going to do one balance exercise to finish. So coming up to standing, we're going to tuck the tailbone, reach the arms above the head. Just notice if you do reach the arms up, maybe you come into a banana shape, you need to work on shoulder flexibility, and I can do another video on this. So hands up, tuck the tailbone, lower ribs under, towards the hips, shrug, shoulders towards the ears, engage the glutes and come up onto the tiptoes for 10 seconds. Keep pushing the hands towards the sky, keeping that balance for 3, 2, 1 and relax. Get ready. One more. 3, 2, 1. Reaching the arms up. Push the shoulders towards the ears and come up onto your toes. This time maybe look at your hands and keep that tension. Squeeze everything tight for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and slowly relax. Coming all the way down now. So we're just going to finish off with some longer stretches. If you were to go into handstand now, it would be perfect. Everything's activated, the mind muscle connection's there. You know what that feeling is. You know how to tuck the tailbone under, the core's nicely switched on. So have a little practice if you want to have a practice, and then I'm just going to go through some static stretches to finish. So we're going to start off with the upper body, and these are really good to do if you're ever feeling tight after doing handstands. So this one's called thread the needle, reaching up with that right arm. And we're going to just bring this right arm all the way through. Shoulder comes underneath and relax into it. And in your own time, slowly come on out. Straight into the other side, big reach up. And exhale as we bring it through. And slowly unwind, bringing the hands all the way back. We'll just finish how we started, lengthening up through the spine. Give your shoulders a little shake if you need to. Lengthening out one arm, because these upper trap and shoulder muscles do become quite worked after handstand practice. So just gently bring one ear down towards the shoulder and take a few deep breaths. And then using this top hand to bring the head back to center, we can go straight into the other side. And bring the head back to center, interlocking both hands, chin to chest. And bring the head back to center. Perfect, guys. So after this nice big warm up, 20-30 minutes, you'll be more than ready to go into your handstands. I will be doing videos on technique, balance. There's a lot of work behind handstands. So just getting the warm up drilled into the body and just seeing how all of that feels for your joints and your muscles is key before you even think about going up into your handstand, okay? So I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you've got any questions. Thank you.